Okay, my little thing says I'm live, so I'm just gonna wait for a second before I start talking to make sure that anybody who's interested has an opportunity to jump on. I look kind of shiny today, but it's warm out, so I'm just gonna call it dewy instead of shiny. I hope all of you are having a good day. It's Thursday, so almost the end of the week. I'm gonna give it another, I don't know, probably 30 seconds or so. If anybody's watching this one, I didn't watch the one last week on the ADHD, I'm just gonna explain again that I love comments and questions that you guys post below the video. And once this is over, I always go back and answer each and every one. But I don't really respond to them while I'm live because I have a tendency to want to focus on too many things at once, so I get distracted, and I don't want to waste a bunch of time by answering stuff and getting off track and things like that. So please feel free to comment or post anything in the comment section, and I will get back to you guys as soon as this is done. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get started. Okay, this video is going to be structured in such a way that just so you know what to expect, I'm going to spend the first couple of minutes discussing what the problem is, how it works, and what we're actually dealing with when it comes to managing your weight. Then I'm going to go into my experience with myself and my clients in some of the mind-body emotional connections. And at the end, I'm going to go through a few herbs that can support your body physically as we move forward together, like on your integrative weight loss journey. So just to kind of give you some background, I've been open in my shop for almost a year now. And I kid you not, I get no less than 3 phone calls, messages, or people walking in per day asking me about an herb for weight loss. Both the short and the long answer to that question is it doesn't exist. I mean, seriously, the weight loss industry is like $1 billion per year business. If I had a tea or some kind of potion here that I could make sure that you got to your goal weight and then were able to stay there, I promise you I would not be keeping it a secret. I would be everywhere announcing it to everybody. And so to answer your next thought that you're likely having, well, if it's not in a supplement or a potion or whatever you want to call it, then it's probably just self-discipline or willpower. And I give you permission, stop beating yourself up over that, because it's not that one either. So if managing your weight doesn't come from like a supplement or an herb or anything like that, and it doesn't come from your willpower or self-discipline, then where does it come from? And the difficult answer, but actually is kind of the healthier way to approach it, is that it's all rooted in your emotions. This is what makes it so hard for some people, because really most people would rather have a root canal than kind of deal with some negative emotions. Everyone's true emotional connection to weight and food is different. So there's endless amounts of possibilities, and there's no way I can go over every single or even begin to kind of touch the base here. But you might look at food and weight management as a means of control. You can control what goes in your body, you can control what goes out your body, like that makes you feel safe. Or for other people, just that feeling of being really full and satisfied is the way that they provide safety. In a lot of ways, especially here in Louisiana, food gives us a sense of community and a belonging. So with that being said, what can you do? I try to break this down into 3 separate things, like what, why, and how. So the first step that you need to start with is beginning what you're doing. And I know, and I don't mean, well, duh, Kayla, like I'm eating too much. No, I mean, it's coming to awareness. Like, am I eating because I'm bored? Do I even remember grabbing this bag of chips? Am I crunching that popcorn so I don't have to hear my own thoughts? Am I, what is it that you're doing that's, I don't want to say sabotage, but like taking you off of the road that you intend to be on, right? And it comes down to the same thing even when I'm talking with illness or pain. This is presence. It's being aware. Specifically, right now, what are you doing that's derailing your progress, that's stopping you from meeting your goals? And once you become aware, become present, kind of become grounded and understand what you're doing, the next step is to get curious. This is you say, why? Am I cooking because I don't want to have to talk to my husband? Am I really bored, or am I doing this to avoid doing something else? Am I really hungry or only eating because someone somewhere at some time decided that everybody had to eat lunch at 12 o'clock? Like it's uncovering the why. It's the unveiling your motivations. This is the emotional part. This is where you're going to uncover your more sensitive areas, kind of your triggers, what's motivating, what's truly motivating your actions. Then the third step is the how. So here it's like, okay, I'm eating because feeling physically full makes me feel safe. So what do I do instead? This is where you can get creative. What else can you do to make yourself feel safe? Is that deep breathing or a short prayer or meditation? Just writing help, playing with your dog, snuggling under a blanket for a couple of minutes, like whatever it is, something else that you can do and still feel safe. This is where you get to interrupt your old patterns of behavior and then start to establish newer ones that'll get you further down the road of where you wanted to be. So where do herbs come into play with this? Like anything else, depending on your particular situation, adding the physical support of herbs while we work together to uncover your true motivations and what's the best road you can take to get to where you want to be. The herbs can support you physically to kind of remove some of that physical distraction while you work on processing and understanding and moving forward with the emotional side of things. So sometimes you might need to calm your stress response before you can even start figuring out what you're doing. And in that case, there are things like lemon balm, passion flower, chamomile, ashwagandha, just all of those nerves that help decrease your stress response so then you can move forward and focus on the deeper underlying issues involved. If you're having like big spikes and dips in your hormone levels, there are things like, which can also be very distracting, things like chase tree berry, raspberry leaf, black cohosh. Those are things that just kind of like ease those spikes so that, again, you can uncover and move forward and figure out what's going on within your own emotional and mental side of the equation. Pain is very distracting. So if there's things like joint pain involved, you can have turmeric, dandelion, California poppy, astragalus. And for those of you, of course, who have been clients or are already clients, you know that I don't believe in a need for taking 27 different things, right? So you have a bad stress response and your hormones are also crazy. So we can combine things just to create a product and to support your body in the way that it needs with minimal invasion of your life. So that's really all I intended to say. If you'd like more information, please ask questions, call me, message me, set a time for an appointment. All of my information's on my Facebook page, so you can find me pretty easily. Now next week, Wednesday at 11, I'm going to be doing kind of the same video style format, but I'm going to be going into ways to increase your energy, which is another topic that I see fairly often in here. So thank you guys so much for showing up, and look forward to talking to you soon.